Fort Augustus is a small village located on the banks of Loch Ness and home to the Allen family.
Just under £2.
They moved to Fort Augustus in 2007, where they bought a local butcher shop.
We moved up to Fort Augustus in 2007. We used to come up and stay at Loch Oy, just along the road from Fort Augustus, and we always thought we'd like to move up here. So we were up 1 year and the butcher shop happened to be up for sale, so we sold up the fishmongers down in Gifford and the house and just moved up to Fort Augustus. Switch from fishmongery to butchery wasn't that hard, because I had the knife skills from being a fishmonger before moving to being a butcher. It was just getting to know the different cuts of beef. How to make haggis and black pudding. It was a bit more involved, but it wasn't too hard just because of the knowledge I had of the fish trade. Rely on locals sort of during the winter months because there's no tourists about, but the sort of main part of the business is the tourists. We get a lot more tourists in the summer, and that's a big part of the business. But what locals we've got is good, but it's unfortunate there's not an awful lot of them. And the winter's hard for business, yes, they're very hard, because there's no tourists about at all, and the weather's obviously bad, so people just don't come to the area, and we're just stuck with the local people.
I'll be working for them this month, I think, so...
Oh, yeah, right.
It was quite difficult moving from my old job to my new job. In my old job I'd been doing it for about 20 odd years, so was very used to it, and when we came here everything was new. It can be quite difficult at times. I sometimes enjoy working in here. There are a lot of times I find it quite hard working with the public. I think if you could run a business where you didn't have to deal with the public, it would be a lot easier. When we moved here, the idea I had in my head was that I would be behind the scenes in the shop. I would do paperwork and all that kind of side of things. My plan was not to be in the shop dealing with customers, whereas the reality is I spend my time in the shop dealing with customers.
That's £4
Been here 11 months ago, so next month will be here a year. Apprentice butcher, so I pretty much just do try to do what every other butcher does and just make the merchandise and then trim the meat, cut the meat, serve customers. Just basic butcher stuff really, make the haggis. Never get used to the tourists at all. I mean, in summer you get so many questions from all the tourists that eventually gets better, but in winter, once the summer season starts off, it's just a mad rush and then it just keeps picking up and picking up.
This is our own haggis. We make haggis on the premises. A lot of people that come to Scotland want to try haggis, and we sell an awful lot of it to the tourists during the summer months.
Hiya. I have some homemade cakes, please?
Yeah, does it eat now? Is it one of them?
Sorry?
Does it eat now?
Ah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. It's quite a hard job making your own, but it's well worth doing it because every butcher shop's got their different recipe, and we've got a really good recipe, so we're quite proud of our haggis.
Oatmeal at the start. There's two different kinds of oatmeal. There's the medium oatmeal from pinhead oatmeal. From that you put salt and pepper in and mix it all up, make sure that there's no big lumps of seasoning in it. And then after that you put the onion in, then mix that up as well. And chicken stock with, I think it's about 4 pints of chicken stock. And into that, mix it up again, make sure it's mixed well. Then you mince the lamb's offal, which is the hearts and the livers and the lungs. And then also you add beef suet, which is the light stuff that was in the mincer. And you mix that all together, make sure there's no big lumps of it, make sure it's equally mixed. And then, because if someone buys a haggis, they might get a mouthful of just seasoning and onion instead of seasoning, onion and meat. So you have to make sure you mix it well, so that's why you mince it like 2 different times, so you know that you've mixed once well, it makes it easier to do the next one. So kind of. And then you put it through the sausage filler into the synthetic casings. And then you boil it up in the boiler next to you, and that's it.
Easter is usually the beginning of the busy season. However, the canal, the village's biggest attraction, is closed, and tourist numbers are dwindling.
The boats do bring in quite a bit of business to the village. It just depends, we'll wait and see. Hopefully it won't affect us too much, but you know, if there's less boats going through, there's less people who will stand and watch, as well as the people that are actually on the boats. So there's less tourists in the village and less people spending money, so it will affect everyone with the business, I would imagine. When the canal gets too high, the extra water just washes over it down into the river. So it is a weir. But obviously because there was so much water, it's actually taken the whole embankment away. This part of the canal won't be open until the end of April, which means for the cruise boats that come from Inverness, they can come as far as Fort Augustus and no further. And for the other ones that are the opposite side down there, West Highland Sailing, they can just go down to Fort William. So it means no boats can come across from one side of Scotland to the other. So I would imagine the canal must be losing a lot of money, and the cruise boats as well must be losing lots, so they're desperate to get it finished. So hopefully the end of April.
With a lack of customers and the village so quiet, Jeff has some time to enjoy his scenic home.
Just try and colour up that wee bit then. Because we used to come up here on holiday all the time, and we really liked the area, and then we were up one year and the butcher shop happened to be up for sale, so we just decided to go for it and sell the house and buy the butcher shop and just move up. It was quite hard being away from where I was, from originally, and away from family and friends, but it didn't take long till we settled in. So you've got to travel at 35 miles to get to certain things like different types of restaurants and cinema and swimming pools, so that's just the main thing that we miss compared to Glasgow. I didn't realise at the time until the first year we were up here how busy it was in the summer, so the tourists can be quite sort of demanding and it can be really busy, so that was quite hard. we're adjusted now, so we're used to it now, so it's not so bad now. No, I'm quite happy up here. I wouldn't say I would never move back, but at the moment I'm quite settled.
As the end of April arrived, so did the tourists.
The canal's now open and the village is busy again. All the tourists are back.
I'm very happy about that. It's back to normal.
Business is thriving